It was Kobe Bryant, or old Gary Payton, Devin George, Karl Malone, who was like 68 years old and had one knee, and a fat Shaq. And you want him to carry all of that with a court case. With a court case.
It's toast to the first episode, yeah?
Cheers, my bro.
Start of a new season, my bro. 22nd, opening night. Defending champs. We got some really big rings. Gonna get some really big things. Fam, 10 years, bro. 10 years. 10 years.
I can't lie, Kawhi let me down still. It's not even his fault, to be fair, but we'll get into that.
No. Go on. Let's start with that. Go on. What's your boy saying this year? What's the cornrow killer gonna do this year?
He's gonna win the chip still.
Well, he's winning. What, 2021 year Kawhi, yeah? What happened to 2020?
It was a bit of growing pains still. They had to establish chemistry. No team assembled in their first year has ever won a championship like that. Even Miami didn't win in their first year. So
the Lakers did.
With who?
Just last year, but go on. We had more roster changes than the Clippers. We had 7 new people, bruv. They just added... I heard before the season started, this is why it's funny. Before the season started, I heard that the Clippers with Pat Bev and Lou Williams and Montrez, the underdogs, they took Golden State, 6 games with no star. Now they got 2 stars. It's over. And now you're telling me chemistry. Nah, bruv. Everyone told me they're unselfish. You can just plug them in and they'll win. No one accounted for the fact that Kawhi's teammates won't like the fact that you don't practice. Kawhi's teammates don't like the fact that you don't talk to them.
Yeah, but they should have known that coming in though. And I do agree. I think what was established this year was that Doc Rivers is a joke, man. Nincompoop, bruv. Man's been living off one title for 12
so
years.
Does Rick Carlisle.
Bare these guys just living off one title, like. And you know what? I think because of what happened with Kawhi in Toronto, I think that they assumed that regardless of who and how many people the Clippers add, it will be a seamless fit because Kawhi is this magnanimous guy, and that
more clutch than Kobe.
Yeah, by the stats.
Yeah. What stats? I still need to see these stats. You know, Bear man are telling me the stats. I've never seen these stats.
I think it's like in the first 92 games. The first 92 games.
When it was being a role player, when it was Tim Duncan's cheerleader, yeah. When it was getting his coffee. What was Kobe Bryant's responsibility when he came in the league?
You know when
what was Kawhi Leonard?
You know when Kawhi was getting to finals and winning finals MVP, Kobe wasn't making the playoffs.
Oh, when it was old and had no Achilles. Is that what we're gonna do? Yeah. Is that what we're gonna do? So Michael Jordan played for Washington to you. We all know that don't count, bruv. Michael Jordan playing for Washington, bruv.
So what, the last 3 years of Kobe doesn't count?
It counts, but it don't.
Why does it not count? It counts, bro.
It counts because it happened, but it doesn't count for the legacy. You scratch that off. When you look at man's legacy, you don't take.
You know the Lakers were not able to sign any free agents because they gave Kobe that piece in 2013.
We're able to sign LeBron James.
He was always coming to the Lakers anyway.
LeBron James knows.
Where was he going? Where was he going after?
LeBron knows we take care of our people. We take care of our old players. That's why we gave Kobe that money. That's why LeBron just got that money. He can go old on us tomorrow. We could be playing Charlotte one night and then, father time, you're old. But he's still got, 85 million extension? What was it?
Yeah, something like, I think it was like 85 million extension. But you know what? I hear it though. Like, the Lakers were either in a predicament where they don't pay Kobe and they have no box office star, or you kick a man when he's down, a legend, a 5-time champion, when he's down after he's had a career ending. How would that have looked? Would you go there if you were? It's been happened though. Look what they done to D Wade in Miami, fam. They let him bounce. They should have let Kobe bounce as well, to be honest. They should have let him back.
Blasphemy, bro.
That's not blasphemy, fam. That's the facts, bro.
Anyway, Clippers ain't winning though. In fact, I'm not gonna do that. The Clippers have a chance. I do feel like everyone's kind of blown out of proportion how badly they lost last year. Even though they did lose badly.
Nah, they lost badly still.
They lost badly, but they've still got most of the same guys on the roster that everyone thought they were going to win it last year. Anyway, I know the Lakers are better, but I don't trust... When everyone says someone's going to win, unless it's like a Golden State with Kevin Durant,
But you know what, though?
Don't trust that.
I think a lot of these Clippers, man, didn't want to be in the bubble as well. I felt like LeBron was... When LeBron gets to the playoffs...
It's not an excuse.
No, I'm not making excuses, but I'm just saying the only way the Clippers were going to beat the Lakers was if they were locked in. When LeBron when the Lakers got knocked out, when the Clippers got knocked out, sorry, I'm like, yeah, Lakers are winning the chip. Because it was only going to be the Clippers to beat the Lakers.
I knew even if they had beat Denver, from what I'd saw in the early rounds, we're gonna wax the Clippers, bruv.
You think so?
We were gonna wax the Clippers, bruv. Did you see the mood we were in the playoffs, bruv?
AD was on.
You see what happened with what? Damian Lillard, you want to dance, yeah? You want to dance? All right. Tyler Hero, you want a mean mug? All right.
Yo, he got
Jamal Murray, you want to shimmy, yeah? All right, yeah.
Yo, Tyler Hero got seckled in the finals. It was so deep.
Bruv, no one was stopping us winning.
It was so deep the way he got seckled, bruv. They were gassing him up all season, all playoffs.
He's cold.
He's cold. Don't get it twisted.
Cold.
But
I'm looking at Denver next year. Definitely.
You think they're gonna do a thing?
It's difficult because I think the Lakers are the favourites. Then Denver, they lost Jeremy Grant rather. But now that means Michael Porter Jr. might play more.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray went mad last year in the playoffs. Jokic is like, they're definitely going to be like a top 3-4 seed again.
Yeah, defo. I agree with that.
And then I think when you look at the West, the Lakers, the Clippers, the Mavericks, and Denver will all definitely make the playoffs. Then
you haven't mentioned Houston.
If James Harden wants to play, they'll make the playoffs.
But they've got John Wall now, so they might.
If James Harden wants to play, then they'll make the playoffs.
Well, you not rating John Wall?
No, I do rate John Wall and Boogie Cousins, but it's not 2016, bruv. And this is the West. Like, every game's hard.
Yeah.
Every game's hard. Even you can even go, yeah, Sacramento, but they have De'Aaron Fox. Like, there's no night off in the West. Your 13th seed is going to be Minnesota with Karl Anthony Towns and D'Angelo Russell, maybe. Or say it's like Memphis, John Morant and them lot. So,
yeah, Portland different. Portland literally crawled into the playoffs last year.
Exactly. And for some reason, I think they're definitely going to make it this year as well.
You think so?
Yeah.
Nah. They have Melo on their team.
Don't disrespect Carmelo Anthony, bro.
Why does he deserve respect?
Don't be one of these Max Kellerman guys, bro.
No, but why does Carmelo deserve respect? Please tell me.
Okay, in your lifetime, how many scorers can you name better than Melo?
In my lifetime?
Yeah.
Jordan.
That you've seen with your eyes, like
Kobe.
If you're our age, Michael Jordan's a myth. Kobe's probably your first guy.
Yeah, it's probably Kobe
and Allen Iverson.
Kobe, Allen Iverson. We're saying what? Can I throw Gilbert Arenas in there?
What, better scorer than Melo?
No, not better than. Oh, sorry, not better than Melo. As in, I thought you talk about elite scorers.
Yeah. No, but I'm saying, how many can you name better than Melo?
If we're talking better than Melo, it's Kobe, Iverson, KD. Really.
So then what are you talking about? What's all this disrespect about? But if those are the only three people.
But I'm not one of them guys that does glorify scorers with no chip. If you're like that, I might as well just glorify James Harden then. I don't glorify scorers.
James Harden's a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, but so is Melo. But
is everyone a Hall of Famer?
I didn't even mention Tracy McGrady. How disrespectful. But yeah,
that's Melo's level. I can't tear them two apart.
I feel like a lot of scorers from the 2000s just get overly glorified.
No, they don't.
They do.
They don't.
They do.
They don't.
They definitely do.
They don't.
Tracy McGrady did not make the playoffs. He never got past the first round of the playoffs.
He never had Grant Hill with him at Orlando.
But he had Yao Ming with him in Houston.
They were always hurt. One was always hurt when they, like, come on, bruv. He was getting injured and stuff. He had no knees. How can you win a playoff round with no knees?
But listen, I don't know.
How can you
do you
win a round with
think
no
he should be
knees?
a Hall of Famer though?
You Tracy McGrady?
Yeah.
Of course.
Wow.
Of course.
And you never got past round the first round of the playoffs. I don't know about all that still.
Yeah, that's Buki still. I can't lie, that's Buki.
It's so booky.
And you ain't got like an MVP or nothing, but like...
You
like
got a
I
couple
say-
scoring titles, innit?
Exactly, and like I school you, bruv. Sometimes eye tests matter. That's why these 2000 scorers get glorified, because man are looking them play the game. It's like, oh, it's not how efficient I am. It's not, oh, I'm just going to drive and I'm going to take a corner free. And that. Man are hooping. Man are taking the... Man will dribble off the dribble, take a mid-range two and all of that. Man are doing isolations. They're posting up. There's more array.
I do hear that.
There's a greater array in scoring
skills,
than what James Harden's currently doing.
I agree with that.
Even though I think James Harden's capable of doing what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
these men were doing different stuff.
They were doing not mad stuff, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like the scorers from the 2000 were way more versatile in terms
Exactly.
of their offensive
They're Arsenal.
repertoire. Yeah, they could do way more.
Rucker Park ballers. And I think these lot have it in them, but the way analytics...
This is the
and everything-
analytics era of basketball, isn't it? As soon as the analytics era came, it just rubbed out a lot of man. And I think Melo was one of them still.
He's not rubbed out. I
as
do
in-
think he should have went to a contender though.
Yeah, but he's not good enough for a contender though.
Off the bench.
No, he's not.
He can't play Carl Kuzma as well on the Lakers.
If you can't play Carl,
It'll be more, and them 20 points will be more guaranteed with Melo than Carl Kuzma.
if you can't play 20 minutes on the Lakers, then you know what that means, innit? Then LeBron's not rating Melo, innit? And I don't think LeBron's rating Melo.
He is rating Melo.
He's not rating. If LeBron was rating Melo, he would have been signed to the Lakers.
That is a Buki one. I do have my suspicions because I'm thinking that could be true, but obviously you don't make all the decisions. There's Rob Pelinka and all of that.
Nah, it's cap. You see with LeBron, yeah, what he says goes, fam. What he says,
Based on what? What are you basing that off?
fam, it's observed.
At the Lakers, what are you basing that off at the Lakers? He trusts the organisation at the Lakers.
Bruv.
He's not master puppeteer here at the Lakers,
He
like
definitely
at
is.
Cleveland.
I'm not even like that.
Forget
but
about all the Rich Paul clients on the roster and all that, but that's not even necessarily him. Rich Paul, yeah, that's your guy, but Clutch isn't.
and to be fair, maybe not so at the Lakers, maybe not so much, but at other spots, definitely.
Yeah, Cleveland.
Yeah.
Probably not even Miami. There's Pat Riley.
Nah, it was definitely Miami. He tried to get rid of Eric Spoelstra at Miami, and they told him to sit his. They told LeBron to sit his ass down. You
Yeah,
do
look
not.
how that turned out.
That turned out.
That's what I'm saying. So, what are you saying for Brooklyn this year? Obviously, KD's back. He's going to be playing with Kyrie there in New York. He's coming off an injury. Kyrie's coming off surgery too.
I'm gonna say what I want and what I think will happen. What I want is for them to get to the finals. I think they have the capability to get to the finals, but I think they will have a year similar to the year the Clippers had just gone, and they'll need to establish chemistry. All we know for now is that KD and Kyrie are very close friends. How that will translate in terms of chemistry on the court, we've yet to see.
You know what's mad though? I think on talent alone, even with what you're saying, to say they have a funny year trying to find themselves,
Yeah.
they still probably get to the NBA Finals
Do you think so?
in the East.
Nah. There's teams like the Raptors that can't be slept on that are well coached. The Raptors are to be fair, they lost Serge Ibaka. He's gone to the Clippers, isn't it?
Who it was Boston who knocked him out last year, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. If
You think the Raptors are done?
it's not that they're done, but it's like if Jason Tatum and Cole are putting you down, Jason Tatum's 22, bro. KD and Kyrie are gonna put you out, bro.
You'll be surprised.
The Raptors,
though.
they're
But
a good
hey,
team. They're a good team, but once you have that firepower, like they don't have no Kevin Durant.
You
They
know
don't
what's
have
mad?
they don't have a Kyrie. They don't have anyone that can go off.
You know what's mad? Marc Gasol's gone to the Lakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Serge Ibaka's gone to the Clippers. That's their front court, basically.
Yeah,
gone.
exactly.
So they could get smoked still. I hear that. Oh, they could definitely get smoked.
The only threat for Brooklyn, I think, is maybe
Philadelphia, innit?
Philly, if they're coached well, and if they get James Harden, yeah, it's on. I want them to get James Harden. I don't want him to go Brooklyn.
But you know what? People talk about Philly like they're these mad underachievers. They were one Game 7 miracle Kawhi shot from getting to the NBA Finals.
Exactly. And
So I think if we're putting them in their proper perspective, they've done a good job. And it's just like, if Doc Rivers is the coach that people allege him to be, which I don't think he is, but if he's the coach that people allege him to be, he needs to be good enough to get this team to the NBA Finals. That will be the narrative. It's like, these guys the narrative will be, these
trades Ben Simmons for James Harden. He's in business. Because then you have an MVP caliber big and you have an MVP caliber perimeter player.
Do you know why I wouldn't do that though?
Why?
Because James Harden there's a chemistry issue with him.
Of course there is. But at what point is it like, yeah, I've got all my individual accolades. Now I'm in Philly. I was in Houston for time. I played with this guy, that guy, Dwight Howard, Russell Westbrook. Who else he had over there? Had Melo for about 5 minutes. Chris Paul. All them man left, you still didn't win. So, because he really likes Houston, you know.
I know he does.
He likes the nightlife and all of that. I think it's low state income
low
tax.
tax,
Yeah. So he likes living there. So it's like, once you get traded, it's like, okay, I found myself here to try and win. And he said he wouldn't mind going Philly. Hugh and Embiid in the East. I don't care what anyone says, yeah. If Embiid's on it, MVP caliber player.
But
easily.
You know,
when you're big and you can defend and score like he can.
But obviously with Joel Embiid, the issue is health, and I feel like
he's not focused.
Not even that he's not focused. It's just
he's not fam. Any athlete, bruv, where your weight and your diet is an issue, you're not focused to me, fam.
I hear that.
That's a stand.
What
you
about
make
Shaq?
so much money.
What about Shaq?
Bruv, I love Shaq. But Shaq's like the biggest disappointment in like NBA, in some ways in NBA history, because you could have been the GOAT, but I'll get onto that another day.
Yeah.
But it's like, fam, for you to not have achieved certain things, like, I don't think he's top 10 for rebounds. I don't think he's top 10 blocks. And this is Shaq we're talking about.
Yes, I hear you. That's why Shannon Sharp is forever onto him still. Because he feels like for someone of Shaq's physical dominance, he should literally be leading the league. He should literally be the highest scorer. He should literally be the highest scorer, the highest rebounder, the highest in blocks.
He should have been like the best two-way big. Because if you look at his physique in Orlando and
The
late 90s of the Lakers.
Yeah.
Even maybe the first championship. And then by the time you get to the second and the 2 years before he leaves, man's let himself go, bruv. Obviously because he knows he's playing next to the GOAT, so he don't have to stay in shape. That's what you can do when you got Kobe.
Oh my God.
You don't understand that, innit? You don't get that.
You're making me
When you got Kobe, it's like, yeah, man can take his surgery in the season, man can just get fat because Kobe over there, he ain't Penny Hardaway. Kobe is gonna bring it home.
Can I ask you something? You know, in who won the championship in 2006? It was Miami Heat, innit?
Yeah.
You know, up until then, they thought D-Wade was better than Kobe.
Who did?
The general consensus.
Because he won a chip.
Yeah, and he had like 200.
There weren't no general consensus because he won a chip.
He won
Don't
200.
do that. Don't lie. Man is lying to the listeners.
He had 200 steals on 100.
So you're gonna lie?
No, I'm not lying, bruv. He had 200 steals on 100 blocks in a season. Something Kobe Bean has never done.
Bro, I wasn't born in the year 2000. You're not gonna do this to me. I know the context. You're not gonna lie to everyone here. All right, let's have the context, yeah? People thought Kobe ran Shaq out of LA.
He did. He did. Are we gonna move like he didn't? He definitely did.
Who should have got, if you're gonna re-sign both players at that stage of their careers, who should have got max money? What you lie to me right now?
Who should have got max money?
Max money. Kobe or Shaq? And their performances the last 2 years, forget about the chips. The last 2 years Shaq was there and their ages and performances and health, who should have got max money?
If we're talking performances, Shaq was cooking the bad boy Pistons in 04?
In one game.
Bruv, Kobe was the reason they lost.
In one
What do
game.
you mean?
He wasn't the reason they lost.
He definitely. He didn't want to pass Shaq the ball. What are we talking about? Let's say Shaq wasn't fat.
If Shaq
Fam,
wasn't
Shaq
fat-
was off the back of
if
3
Shaq
finals
wasn't
MVPs. What are we talking about?
If he wasn't fat, maybe he could jump and not
Wow.
get bullied by Ben Wallace, who's 6'8" or
Bruv,
something.
what do you mean?
6'8".
What do you
You're
mean?
7'1".
Rip Hamilton had Kobe on smash. Oh my God.
Look, man.
Kobe was locked up on
look,
some Akon thing. What
look,
do you mean, bruv?
Look, when you're trying to defend Chauncey as well because Gary Payton is old. When you're trying to do everything on that perimeter, that can happen, innit? Rip Hamilton's coming off screens, he's cutting and stuff. It's a bit of a madness.
You know what's mad? Kobe's the most overrated defender of all time. But you see that? Your boy is overrated, fam.
The most overrated defender has the most all defensive selections.
Yeah. That's a longevity award, though.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It is a longevity
Yeah,
award,
that
though.
they hand out every year. So what? The first year they handed it to him.
Let me
it was
not
a
even.
longevity
Let me
award,
not
yeah.
even. Let me not even lie. Yeah. If we're talking two guards during Kobe's era, there wasn't really that many two guards that were chatting to him defensively.
There wasn't that many two guards that were chatting to him. Period. And there was bad boy two guards. What? There's Vince. There's T-Mac.
But no, don't
there's
even talk
AI,
about Vince Carter. I don't want to hear his name.
There's Ray Allen.
Ray Allen is get me. Yeah, I like Ray Allen. I'll take Ray Allen ahead of Vince Carter though. I'm not gonna lie.
No. There's
Vince Carter was not focused. You were talking
There's
about
Michael Red.
You talking
There's
about not being focused.
There's Manu Ginobili.
Fam, don't mention Manu Ginobili. Fam.
Rip Hamilton. Fam, there's guys, bro.
Yeah, we know about Rip Hamilton because he put Kobe in that prison, fam. He had him locked up, fam. Had him on that sentence, fam.
Look.
These 7 games, you ain't doing that. You ain't doing jack shit.
There wasn't 7, it was 5, unfortunately.
You know, imagine lost in 5 games to the Detroit.
Look, man.
To Rip Hamilton.
Look, man, let's be honest. It was Kobe Bryant, or old Gary Payton, Devin George, Karl Malone, who was like 68 years old and had one knee, and a fat Shaq. And you want him to carry all of that with a court case. With a court case.
Yo.
Fam, you don't even know, fam.
Yo. Yes, if he's the greatest of all time, he has to carry that still. Man forgot about the court case.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's why we don't have that many MVPs up in here, innit? Because they weren't forgiving my man, innit?
Again, Kobe's a
With a
grown
court
man.
case.
Kobe's a grown man. You have to hold himself accountable, fam. No one told you to catch a case, fam.
Fam,
What you say? Do you think he's innocent? Do you think he was innocent?
I'm not going to get into stuff like that, man. Spooky.
Yeah, it's Book still.
I can have, yeah.
But yes, he definitely.
Segue.
You know what's mad? The year after Shaq left, he didn't make the playoffs for 2 years.
Yeah. That's a lie. He didn't make the playoffs the first year, and they were making the playoffs, then he got injured. Now, what are you going to do when your teammates again... Go on, who was Kobe's teammates that year? 04, 05?
So he had Smush Parker.
Smush weren't even there yet.
Was he not there yet?
No.
He was playing.
It was someone worse.
I say it was
Chucky
J.R.
Atkins or something.
I say he had. Who else did he have? He had Lamar Odom,
Chucky Atkins,
Lamar
Kobe, Lamar Odom,
Luke Walton.
yep, Brian Cook, Chris Mim, Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown.
Who else is it? Caron Butler was there, to be fair, that
he
year.
was there still.
But they were in the playoffs before he got hurt.
Yeah, and he got bounced out in the first round. That's your beat. That's your guy.
It's the Suns. And then who's on his team, man? We're not even going to do this today, bruv. We're not going to do
What
this
do you mean
today.
we're not gonna do
this? This is previewing the NBA. This is previewing the NBA, bruv. You're trying to... I'm so sorry, bro. Do your thing.
No, I'm saying you don't drink. Drink.
Oh, okay, cool.
Man said he had to carry a court case, and that has anything to do with the NBA.
Man, he had to carry a court case, a fat guy, and 2 pensioners.
Wow.
And you want him to
I'm gonna check up Shaq stats in the 2003-2004 season and the playoffs. And he's gonna.
It was about 21-10. Man's a historian out here, bruv. It's about 21-10 that year. In the playoffs, he was alright. The funny thing is, Shaq got into shape when he went to Miami.
Yeah.
Exactly. He got into shape
Yeah,
because he knew what he was doing.
I hear that. He was No, I'm not even gonna act like Shaq wasn't being complacent because he had Kobe. He was. He most definitely was. And I think he kind of knew that how, alright, cool. If worst comes to worst, I got a killer with me. But he's not the guy though. If I want to let him know that
It's not a killer, it's the killer.
it's not D killer. He's not
The
D
killer, bro.
I don't know about all that still.
First day he met Kobe
Fam,
Bryant.
Kobe did not even have to face double teams in LA,
the first
and he
day
was
he met
bricking up
Kobe
the
as well.
joint.
Kobe
Kobe,
smelled like Michael Jordan. That's mad.
Kobe.
He smelled like Michael Jordan, bro.
No, he's definitely not. Listen, there's a reason why no one rates Kobe near Michael, bruv, because they know who's better, bruv.
No, Michael Jordan's better than Kobe.
By a country mile.
100%. No, let's not do that, bro.
It's by a country mile
Let's
still.
not do that.
It is by a country mile still. It's by a country mile still. It's deep. You know how many players are between Michael Jordan and Kobe? About 15?
What, all time?
Yeah, about 15
We're
still.
going to do that another day, bro.
About 15. At the least 10. There's definitely 10 at least. Now that LeBron's won his 4th chip, no one is saying Kobe's top 5 if you know the NBA. No one. Not even you, bruv. Not even you, bruv. Not even you, bruv.
He's 6.
He's not even 6. That's what's deep.
He's 6 or 7.
He's not
He
even.
is
He's
6
not
or
even
7.
6 or
I'm
7.
gonna prove it one day, but he's 6 and 7.
Not.
I'm gonna prove that he's 6 and 7, and what you are is a stifler for old bedtime stories about legends that you haven't seen. That's what I'm gonna prove that to you. Watch. I'm gonna prove that to you. I'm gonna prove that everyone that you've put in front of him is due to bias and being a hater.
There's no bias. Listen, everyone knows with my thing there is no bias. Man know me, yeah, at uni. No one loves Kobe more than me, bro. No one.
Nah, I'm not gonna let you do that, bruv. Don't do that.
I'm being real
again.
though.
Don't ever do that again.
I'm being real.
No,
I can't lie. If you had asked me,
you're not gonna try and sit here and try and supplement your points and reinforce them.
No.
By saying that you're a fan of the man, so it gives credence to what you're saying. No.
I'm not even doing that. I'm saying, yeah. What I'm saying is, the way you love Kobe, I was like that as well. Like
I love basketball.
I was saying Jordan, but if you had asked me an ignorant opinion of what the top 10 is, I would have been Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. That would have been my order. But after doing some research and measuring impact, he's not top 10.
Impact.
Bruv, impact, bruv.
Impact.
What impact did Kobe Bryant have? 25 months.
Impact. My man is mad. I don't know what happened to you. I don't know what game he lost you money on. I apologize. I'm going to find out during the duration of this podcast. But fam, you're bitter, fam.
Why, bruv?
You're bitter.
Fam, how the hell can I be bitter?
You're bitter.
No
about
way.
something. I'm going to find out. Eventually.
Bruv,
You're bitter about something.
Fam, how the hell can I be bitter?
You're 100% bitter about something.
So wait, okay, I'm going to name can I read off my top 10? Can I read it off?
Go on.
Jordan, yeah, number 1. That's about saying. LeBron has to win 7 chips to beat the GOAT. Yeah?
Go on.
Jordan, Magic, Bron, Kareem, Shaq.
Top 5.
That's top 5.
Okay.
And 6, Larry Bird. 7, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Shaq's better than Hakeem.
Yeah, he's got more titles. All
right. Kobe has more titles than both of them.
Finals MVPs.
Oh, so now we move the goalposts.
But Shaq has more titles than... If Hakeem had one more title, I would have said he was better than Shaq.
Hakeem won titles
When Jordan wasn't there.
with Kenny Smith and an old Clyde Drexler. Shaq won with Kobe fucking Bryant.
If Kobe Bryant was...
With Kobe Bryant, who won 2 by himself with Pau Gasol, who's not in anyone's top 100 players in NBA history. That's what's funny. Kobe's rated so low. Gasol isn't in anyone's top 100. Bynum ain't in anyone's 150, but he's rated bare low.
Are you gonna move like Pau Gasol is just one scrub that Kobe?
I'm not saying he's a scrub. I'm saying if he's in your top 100 players, he's from 91 downwards.
Yeah.
Max.
You know how many players have come and gone through the NBA to be in someone's...
I don't even think he's 91 downwards.
No, but I'm saying Pau Gasol is not in the top 100 is not an insult. Do you know how many players have come through the NBA? It's not an insult. A lot of players have come through the NBA.
Pau Gasol and Manu Ginobili.
I'll say Manu.
Exactly. Pau Gasol, Kevin McHale.
Kevin McHale.
Exactly. Pau Gasol or Clyde Drexler.
I'll say Clyde Drexler.
Do you see what's happening here?
I don't see what's
Do
happening.
you see the pattern here? All your guys, your guys that you've listed in front of Kobe has won with guys that you've clearly said are better than Pau Gasol.
Yes, but you know,
better than him.
You know, Clyde Drexler was leading team to NBA finals before he joined up with Hakeem.
I know he was.
I'm not gonna say Jordan. I'm not gonna be disrespectful and say that Pau Gasol is better than him
because he isn't. That is my point. But my point is the only reason Kobe's teams won is because he got a very good player and he was that guy. He was that guy, and you're trying to take it away from him.
In terms of big men in the league at the time, or stretch fours, whatever, Pau Gasol was top 3.
No, he's not.
No, at the time he was top 3.
Not.
He was better than him at the time.
He's not.
It was Dwight Howard, Tim
Dwight's
Duncan.
better than him. Duncan's better than him,
And that's it.
Amari's better than him. Dirk's better than him. KG's better than him.
As a low post presence.
New Orleans David West is as good as him.
As a low post presence. Because that's all Kobe needs, a low post presence.
Larry Bird needs that as well. What did he win without Kevin McHale?
Larry Bird won 3 MVPs in a row.
What did he win without
He grabbed a Boston
Larry
Celtics.
Bird never had a court case.
Bruv, Larry Bird. And that's Larry Bird's fault. And that's Larry Bird's fault. Look at what you're doing.
It stops you winning MVPs.
Listen, that is actually your business. I'm not even gonna lie. Larry Bird grabbed a team that had 29 wins the year before he got there. He was the only addition, and they won 60 plus games. He won 3 MVPs in a row. When Michael Jordan, Isaiah Thomas, Magic Johnson were all in the league, Hakeem Olajuwon, they were all in the league, and he was better than all of them.
Do you know how much crack people were doing in the 80s?
A lot. You know ask MJ.
Exactly. Larry Bird. That's what happened them years, man. Larry Bird and Magic Johnson weren't doing crack, so they just dominated the people that were doing crack.
You know what's mad?
That's what that was happening.
You know what's mad? Larry Bird was so good, that we had Isaiah Thomas and guys.
When were them MVPs?
I think it was 80. I think it was 83, 84, 85 or something like that. It was.
Isn't that like the worst time for like the war on drugs in America as well, man? Come on, bruv.
No,
we know what was happening. Everyone was high as a kite, and Larry Bird was just there, 50, 40, and 90. You know what I'm saying? Just easy. As soon as everyone got into rehab programs and stuff, started getting better, Michael Jordan came along. There ain't no MVPs anymore.
Bruv, this guy swept Michael Jordan out of the playoffs.
This guy also scored like 12 points in the finals game and stuff.
Did they win or did they lose?
He scored 12 points.
Did they win or did they lose?
He scored 12
but
points.
I'm asking you, did they win or did they lose?
He won.
Okay, so what are we talking about?
But he scored 12 points.
LeBron scored 60 points and he lost. We don't care. Listen,
60.
Fam, he scored bare points and he lost, man.
That game.
Fam, I don't care.
With J.R. Smith.
Yeah. Oh, my. Listen, I can't lie, as much as I get onto LeBron, I don't know what the hell JR was thinking at that moment in time, bruv. Man looked like he was trying to run off the court, bruv.
I would have hit him. I can't score 50 points against a team that I know we're probably going to lose to. We have one chance to win and we lose because I have to hit you.
Nah, you know what? As much as JR moved mad that game, there was always game 2, game 3, and game 4. But LeBron, after that whole thing, he tapped out.
I would have tapped out.
Would you?
I've scored 50 and nearly got a triple-double and we've lost. What more can I do? What, you want 70? You want blood? What am I meant to do?
Listen, this is LeBron. This is
I came in, I said, look, man, we've got no chance. Game 1, you lot, I'm going to give you everything. Make sure you're with me. This is all I have. They didn't have it. So, yeah, you tap out, bro.
I hear you.
And then you go to the Lakers.
I hear you. Hey, you know, fam, LeBron was at the jail. Like,
Exactly. This is a fam.
what are you
Everything
doing?
I have left.
Bruv.
The KO Ken's running out, bro. I've used all 4. I've used my spirit bomb. It's over. We're about to get swept and there's nothing I can do about it. I might not even play well the next couple of games.
You know what's crazy, yeah? I could have sworn, yeah, there was one game where the Cavs won, yeah? And it was like, sometimes I was watching that game thinking, rah. You know, if you weren't, like, they were scoring, like, bare tough shots, like, and it was like, rah. You know, if you weren't scoring these tough shots, you would have got battered. You would have got
Was that 2017?
Yeah. I think was it the first year they got KD?
Yeah, it was
fam.
4-1.
Yeah, bruv. The game they won, fam, it was only God that they won, bruv. I swear down.
3 pump fakes, turnaround fadeaways from Kyrie. From 30, yeah?
Yeah. And I think, bruv, the Cavs was so predictable that series, just like, yeah, just go 1-on-1, kick out to the open guy. And it's just Golden State are those 2Ds that the rotations are, they can literally rotate on whoever and it's calm.
You gonna watch opening night?
Yeah, I'm there still.
Who is it? I know Lakers Clippers again.
Yeah.
Or is it Lakers Mavs?
No, I think it's Lakers.
No, Lakers Clippers. We got the Mavs
Yeah,
at
yeah,
Christmas.
and it's the Nets versus the Warriors. So it's KD versus Steph again, innit? So that'll be interesting still.
I want the Golden State Warriors to be good so badly.
Fam, I'm so glad Klay Thompson got injured, you know?
I'm not gonna say anything weird like I nearly cried or anything, but like it was actually like this is peak, you know.
Yeah.
You've actually taken something away from my season next year. Like I was so ready to see them both back and see all of that pre-KD Golden State and see how far they can get, because I didn't think they'd necessarily win it, but I thought, okay, maybe 50 wins.
Yeah.
Maybe make some noise in the playoffs. Maybe like one trade away from actually being a contender. Now he's injured. I know they got Kelly Oubre Jr., who's quite decent. You've got Andrew Wiggins there as well, but I just feel like with Steph Curry having to do so much, he's probably just going to get injured.
Yeah. Yeah, Klay Thompson's very, very underrated still.
He's the second best two. Wait, am I speaking out of turn? Is he the second best two? James Harden then?
It's Klay Thompson still.
No, Devin Booker.
Oh yeah, Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
Dennis Klay.
Yeah, Dennis Clay.
Clay's about a notch better than DeMar DeRozan. I'll say it's Clay, then it's DeMar.
You rate DeMar?
I don't really rate him, but he's
There must be someone better than DeMar.
He's led Toronto into deep playoff runs and just got his ass whooped by LeBron.
Yeah. If
So
he wasn't scared of LeBron James, maybe he could have done something still. What's your predictions for Lakers Clippers opening night? You think Clippers are gonna ruin big rings night? I need some really big rings. We need some really big things. Better be coming with no strings.
Who do you think is gonna win opening night? Clippers. I gotta have faith in my boys. Clippers will win that.
You know what's mad now? Now we've won the chip. I can't lie. Last year, these Laker Clippers games, I was approaching them like, we need to like set the tone. Like, we need to get this. Especially after we were 2-0 down after Christmas. The last two, I thought, we definitely. This year, because we're the champs, you can beat us all 4 times, bro. We got the benefit of the doubt. We're the champs.
Yeah. No, I do hear that still. And I feel like the Lakers are going to go into the game with a psychological edge. Like, the Clippers...
We did beat them in preseason.
Yeah.
And LeBron and AD didn't play, but I heard that the Clippers, they gave a couple people like 10, 12 minutes and then they literally got some local guys from LA to suit up. Yeah. Something weird like that. Yeah, the people that are playing for them ain't going to be on their roster.
You know what? I do feel like the Lakers have got a psychological edge over the Clippers, though, and I do feel like they don't really care about I swear, in the regular season games last year, they traded them. They split them in half.
Yeah, they won the first 2. We won the last 2.
Yeah, so it's like
But obviously, everyone tried to make excuses for every time the Lakers won.
like,
But
every time, like the media were moving mad after every regular season loss, and it's like no one actually cares about the regular season. Like, it's not that they're not gonna try, but it's like they don't actually care about the regular season. And
I think it's kind of like what I do on 2K. It's like you want to fine tune things. You want to make sure you got your roster right for when you get in the playoffs. You want to see how you match up against people you might face. But generally, it's like what you said. Get home court if you can. But so what's your prediction? You're predicting the Clippers win. I'm obviously going to take the Lakers. Brooklyn, Golden State.
I'll give that to. That's a hard one because Steph is coming back from injury. So is KD. I'm gonna give that to Brooklyn. I think they got the deeper bench, so I'll give that to Brooklyn still.
Yeah, I think Brooklyn are going to blow them out. Deeper bench, and if KD ain't ready, and I think he will be ready, Kyrie's going to put on the show probably. I feel like Steph's going to need to like warm himself up into the season for some reason.
Yeah, you know what I think Kyrie needs to do? I feel like
would you trade him for James Harden?
No.
I would.
Would you?
It's deep, but I might, you know.
But you know what? I don't even think the Nets would. I don't even think the Rockets would accept.
They would.
What, James Harden for Kyrie straight swap? I don't think
with some other stuff. But you got to think, if you're the Rockets, you're not gonna get. You want to kind of get equal back, but you're never gonna get exactly equal back because it's James Harden. The James Harden's like top 5 or 6, so the only thing equivalent. No one's gonna trade. You're not getting LeBron. You're not getting AD. You're not getting KD. You're not getting
Kawhi.
Giannis. You're not getting Kawhi. So then it's that next tier. So it's like, yeah, if I can get like a Ben Simmons or a Kyrie or Klay Thompson if he wasn't injured and some other stuff. It's about what's the best player you can get for Kyrie. That's realistic. I mean, for Harden, that's realistic. And I think if they offered them Kyrie Irving, you have to look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, Kyrie's definitely he's not that he's indispensable. He's definitely expendable still. So I hear you.
I don't even think he's expendable. He in normal cases he would be indispensable. But it's James Harden.
But where has Kyrie gone that he's not been expendable? He was expendable with the Cavs because LeBron was trying to trade him for.
No, he wasn't.
He was trying to trade.
Chris Paul that time, yeah. But that just because you make a mistake, it don't mean that it's the right decision. They shouldn't have done, and it proved because Kyrie's the one that hit the shot. So that if it weren't for Kyrie playing with, if it weren't for Kyrie being a gunner playing with LeBron, if you watch that 2016 finals, games 5 and 6 are like two of the best examples I've seen of like, yeah. Two people saying, yeah, get the F out of my way. Boom, we're just going to score. Like, no conscious, we're not thinking about anything, we're in attack mode. I think the first game, they got like 40 apiece. The next
I
game...
remember that.
Exactly.
Yeah, Kyrie was moving nuts that game.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And that's why I think the James Harden KD thing's intriguing, because you already have that with Kyrie, but with KD and James Harden, that's the next level. That's two people that can, even though Kyrie can get you like 50 as well, 40, 50 if he explodes. James Harden.
You know what? Now that you're saying it, I just remembered Steve Nash is the coach, innit?
Exactly.
Steve Nash is the coach.
And D'Antoni's the assistant.
So it's almost like James Harden's going, if James Harden was to join the Nets, they were talking about that, you know?
Yeah.
If James Harden was to join the Nets, it would, but James Harden wouldn't want to play that. But I feel like if he was to drop his average down on points and average more assists, I think that,
He's done the 10 assist thing before.
yeah, but it hasn't been in the flow of the offense though. It's been him dominating the ball. If you're dominating, if you're dominating the ball, 10 assists minimum is what's required. But if he's doing it in the flow of the offense, like I think he could do a thing still. But we'll see. Obviously, all these players talk that how they don't really care for stats, but the way they play suggests otherwise.
I used to.
What do you mean?
I used to care about stats when we played.
I didn't really.
Not to the point that will be detrimental to the team. Like, I'd never would go out of my way to be selfish, but you were mindful. But at the end of the day, it was like, you know when you're out there, like you're playing a team, it's just like, all right, this is serious business. My numbers don't matter. We just need to win this game. There'll be other games where it's just like, look, these lot are some scrubs, man. You lot give me some extra touches, bro. I'm going to drive in that lane. I'm going to score some points, innit?
Yeah.
But I wasn't selfish in that, like, I was going to ever do anything that would disrupt the team. I wasn't selfish in that way. But yeah, I used to think about, how many points I scored or stuff like that.
You know what? I feel like
if you weren't getting any rebounds when you played, you would feel the type of way.
I hear that, yeah.
Or no block shots or...
Yeah, for me, all I care about when I played was rebounds and blocks still. I didn't really care about score. I think
exactly. So if you weren't getting them...
I would get them though. More times I would get them, but I do hear you. Like when we used to play ball in school, I would never judge how well or poorly I've played based on how many points I've scored. If I scored points, that's a bonus. But
no, I wouldn't even like. There were times where I'd score less points, but I'd know that I've played well. I've played well today, just because. Like we were fortunate, we had pretty good players. So if there was a game where it's just like, okay, I've got to lock up someone, I knew there's at least two other people that can take over the boatload of the scoring.
Yeah.
Not even take over, to be honest, because I was like, what, second/third choice or not? Because you had in fact, I'm not going to,
You're not gonna
put people's, you put people, no, I'm not going to name names. But had our power forward, and then the point guard was very attack-minded. So it was literally, whether you give me the ball or not.
Wait, would you say Stephen Flores, would you say he was our point?
He was.
I thought it was you.
I would do it if he was getting stripped by the guy for 94 feet. Like, if he couldn't get the ball up the court, then it would be like, flip it, just give it to Joe. But I generally didn't like bringing the ball up because it was just like, fam, just give it to me where I can get it so I can go score.
Yeah, I literally.
But I considered it to be my man, didn't it?
I thought it was you running the point. It was Jonathan running the 2, Stephen Flores at the 3, Andre at the 4, and me at the 5.
I had it. Stephen at the 1, me at the 2.
Jonathan at the
Jay at the 3, A at the 4, you at the 5. It's not too similar. You've just swapped the guards around.
Yeah. Because I always felt like you had the ball more. So I'll say you were more the point.
Oh, I'm greedy, innit?
Yeah, I would definitely say you were the point still. But either way it worked. Either way it worked. And you know what's mad? There was so many times, not even to go on a tangent, but there was so many games where we should have lost, but we just didn't.
Yeah, of course. Talent.
Talent was...
Yeah, exactly.
There was one, I think, was it Kingsmead we played or something? They battered us when we lost one.
I don't remember losing up to...
We didn't lose, but...
I didn't lose up to, like, year 11?
Yeah,
I didn't lose up to, like, year 11. A single game.
Yeah, it was mad still. Basketball school was live. So.
Yeah, just teams, just people would make you work harder than other teams, but generally... Although I was kind of pissed off after every game because I
remember that still. You had never...
Yeah, I wouldn't let my guard down. Like, I always thought one day the challenge is going to come and we're just going to get smoked.
Yeah,
We're not that good.
You actually had that still. You actually had that. I vividly remember that. Like, even after we'd win, like, I would just see you screwing. I'm thinking, why is this guy... it's not even why this guy is screwing, as in, alright, cool, we've won, but we've run through the skin of our teeth almost. Like,
yeah, it was... I was never satisfied.
We need to convincingly beat them. We need to like these teams that we're playing. They're literally looking at us thinking, "Alright, cool, they've beat us, but on another day we could have beat them.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
it's just like, no, we need
Exactly.
to wipe the floor with them. Like, bruv, know who you're dealing with. And I fully do hear that still.
Hear that still. On that note, bruv, let's leave it here for today, my G, bruv.
Yeah, I hear you still. Obviously, Josh, tell them where you can find you out on the socials still.
Come on, follow the socials at We Call Game on Instagram. Like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. This is me, Josh Vino, and
Joey Jones. It's Joey Jones on Insta.
let's go, bruv. Come on. And that's it for us this week. We Call Game.
Say no more.